Welcome to this lecture on EUV lithography, where we'll explore how extreme ultraviolet light is enabling ever smaller chips and new computing capabilities. In the next few minutes, I'll guide you from the basic ideas to the industrial systems and future roadmaps, highlighting why EUV matters for AI, mobile, and high-performance computing, and how the technology fits into modern semiconductor manufacturing. This page shows how decades of R&D transitioned into high-volume production, with early adoption by leading foundries and first commercial chips, like modern mobile and server processors. The slide highlights EUV's role as a keystone for AI accelerators, 5G infrastructure, and advanced DRAM, while pointing out key performance numbers that made production viable, underscoring both technical achievement and economic impact. Here we look at how EUV light is actually created and delivered. A laser plasma source vaporizes tiny tin droplets to generate 13.5 nanometer photons, which are captured by a collector mirror and funneled through an illuminator module into the exposure stage. The diagram also notes practical limits like intermediate focus output in the 250 to 350 watt range and modest wall plug efficiency, which drive ongoing source improvements. EUV systems rely entirely on mirrors because conventional lenses cannot transmit 13.5 nanometer light, so multilayer MO, Psi coatings, and precision optics form the heart of projection. The 6-mirror reduction box shrinks the mask image 4 times onto the wafer while maintaining low flare and high reflectivity per bounce. And the roadmap shows numerical aperture evolution from today's 0.33 tools toward high-NA 0.55 systems for finer resolution. Masks for EUV are not chrome on quartz but reflective multilayer stacks with a thin absorber, and that change brings new defect and inspection challenges. The illustration shows a 70-layer MO C mirror with a 60 nanometer absorber and emphasizes how nanometer scale height or overlay defects directly affect printability, requiring actinic inspection and careful contamination control, since pellicleless imaging increases sensitivity to particles. This slide summarizes how EUV photons interact with resist and how we screen candidate materials. High-energy EUV photons create secondary electrons that trigger deprotection chemistry in the resist, and high-U throughput testing evaluates electron yield, outgassing, resolution, and dose targets. The goal is resist chemistries that hit resolution benchmarks while minimizing contamination and enabling robust manufacturing performance. The ASML-EXE 5000 high-NA system pushes resolution by increasing numerical aperture to about 0.55, enabling roughly 8 nanometer class half-pitch imaging under practical K1 conditions. The design pairs high-NA optics with anamorphic magnification and scanning strategies to preserve throughput, supporting early metal layer printing and opening the path toward 2 nanometer logic or denser memory nodes with careful tool and process integration. To push beyond conventional limits, engineers combine optical tricks with computational methods, tailored illumination, saucer mask optimization, self-aligned patterning, and curvilinear masks improve suboblique 1 performance, while AI-driven computational lithography models 3D mask effects and corrects them digitally. Together, these approaches extend resolution and pattern fidelity, so smaller features can be printed without an immediate increase in raw NA. EUV requires higher upfront investment, but the economic slide shows how that capex is balanced by operational gains. A single scanner is expensive and represents a major investment, yet eliminating immersion steps can reduce mask counts and cycle time, and historical cost per transistor trends continue downward as yield learning and process simplification offset the higher equipment cost over time. Sustainability innovations are already lowering the carbon footprint of EUV manufacturing. Optical redesigns such as a 2:1 mirror collector dramatically reduce source power demand, while advancements in tin-based laser-produced plasma sources improve duty cycles. The combined effect shown here points to significant CO2 reduction per wafer, aligning EUV roadmaps with net zero goals and enabling large-scale, more sustainable chip production for AI workloads. Looking toward a 1 nanometer node, the pathway blends hyper-NA optics, advanced mask writing, and process innovations like curvilinear inverse lithography, high-index resists, and pelliclized masks. The slide also frames strategic alternatives, multipass EUV, directed self-assembly or beam-based patterning, and highlights the trade-offs between complexity, cost, and disruptive potential as the industry evaluates the best route forward. Finally, EUV is presented here as a mature engine for advanced computing. No longer just an emerging technology, but an industry standard that enables continued scaling for AI, mobile, and HPC. Sustained leadership will require investment across materials, metrology, masks, and eco-innovation. And the last panel emphasizes that long-term R&D and collaboration are essential to keep Moore's momentum beyond 2030.